Welcome back to the Spirit Show. Today we have one more episode. Again, our idea is to share some knowledge, to talk with specialists, with experts that can help us to understand a little bit of how and what they did to arrive to the place that they are. Today I'm very excited because I have here with me one guy that he's the CEO and co-founder of PrimeStay, a property management business here in Dubai. He's also author of two bestsellers in Amazon, very good books about entrepreneurship, and he just recently achieved the milestone of over 5 billion dirhams in sales. So you can see that I have a lot of room here to dive. And my role here is going to be to asking questions and to have this conversation in a way that help you guys. If you don't like, it's fine. You can criticize us, but give some nice comments, okay? Thank you very much, Anthony. Thank you very much for your time and thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me and congratulations on your show.
No. Anthony, just one thing before we start, and I just wanted to ask you. All of us, like a lot of people know you here in Dubai, right? You are for a long time now a big figure in the real estate market and as an entrepreneur in Dubai. So I just wanted to ask you, for the people listening to us, for they to understand who is the Anthony that you're talking to right now, what do we need to know from the Anthony in the past so that we can understand you right now?
So you're asking me about my childhood?
No, I think like because before you were living you're not in Dubai.
I came to Dubai when I was 29 years and a half, something like
so
that.
I'm just trying to ask, what do you think that we need to know from the previous Anthony to the Anthony that I'm talking now, that made that with the business, that with a lot of other projects going on right now?
So let me speak about the person I used to be, and when I came here, how I developed.
Yes.
So as I told you, I came here. I was 29 years old, totally lost in life. Didn't have any purpose. Didn't have any goals. Living day by day, which is kind of depressing. Especially because when you are lost in your life, you mainly try to indulge yourself into activities that are not the best for you. Partying, drinking, leaving home, coming back after 3-4 days, all of this stuff which destroys your kind of your mental health, your physical health, and it kills your spirit. So I was living this. I was really upset, really depressed. I was hating everything. And then I was like, you know what? Most of my life, I blamed the country. I blamed my parents. I blamed my friends. But I've never blamed the real person, which is me. Everything is on me. And if I'm not happy with this life and I want to change it, I should leave immediately, start over somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is what I've done. I'm like, I sold what I had, which was a car, whatever I can do, got the cash, and left the country. Came in here. I didn't actually have a plan or didn't know anything about the work.
Just came.
And it was same like every other person now. When you say UAE or Dubai, they think like, oh, maybe it's a war zone, or because we have like our surrounding is really messed up. So when I came in here, I was super fascinated. Like the day I went to Sheikh Zayed Road, I looked at and this was in 2014.
Imagine compared to now.
Imagine to now. And I was fascinated with Dubai, and I'm like, I feel great energy in this place, and I'm gonna stay here and make it no matter what. Like whatever it takes, I'm gonna make it. And this is how it all started. Now, of course, saying everything in your mind is super easy.
Yeah.
When it comes to execution, it was the hardest part.
That's actually one thing that I wanted to just ask you. So you were saying that before you were victimizing yourself and kind of giving the blame
on everyone else except me. Yeah.
When was the moment that you realized that, okay, I need to change?
That's what I'm telling you. I was 29 years old. I had enough from partying and doing all of this nonsense stuff. And I felt like there is no point of my existence in life. Like, why I'm here? Like, what's the purpose? Like, if I die today, would anyone care? Did I do any effect on this life? Did I just exist or make a difference? I didn't do anything. I'm useless. So I need to make something about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can always accept a fact, or then you can say, okay, screw it. No, I'm way better than this. I must do something about my life. So each person has the option to pick. And I picked that I don't want to live that life anymore. It has no purpose, no meaning. I just want to change. I want to be someone. I want to make something out of myself. I want to be proud of myself. I want my family, my friends to be proud of me. And I want them to say, yeah, we always knew he had something special in him. He was just in the wrong environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's put it this way.
It's how the environment shapes you, right?
Of course, because when I was doing this, most of my friends were doing the same. So I didn't have that urge or anything to feel like I'm living wrong and I should live in a different way. You know what I mean? Because all of my surrounding was telling me it's okay. We're doing all the same. So I was feeling it's fine until I didn't accept it anymore.
Yeah. That's actually something very interesting because I was talking with some friends and there is this very basic example of someone, let's say on the streets, they're with their car, and then they just go in their park on the wrong place. And then someone would bring, oh, but that's the wrong place to park.
Yeah.
And then they say, oh, but everyone does that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, let's skip this line, the queue, because it's going to be fast. Oh, but everyone does that. Do you think that having this, how the environment around you before, how do you think that it kind of shaped you? Because, like, let's say today now, you look, oh, I want to...
The environment before was just giving me comfort that I was doing okay, even though I was doing terrible. But telling you something about me, since I was born, I've never fit in. And I always say it, if you follow me on my social media, I'm like, why fit in if you were born to stand out? You know what I mean? Like, why do you want to fit in a group?
Yeah.
Why do you want to do that? So I kind of have this in me is like, if everyone is going left, I go right. And maybe the right is the wrong way. But I just don't like to be feeling like, how to say it, like a pack.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be in a sheep pack. No. I prefer to be a lonely lion or rolling with 2-3 lions and not to have to roll with 100, 500 sheep.
Yeah.
I don't belong there. I want to be in an environment where I'm inspired. I want to look at my friends and say, I'm super proud of you. I know all of the shit you went to in your life and you just made this. You're a legend. I love you. Thank you for being next to me. Thank you for inspiring me. I've never put people down. Actually, I lift people up as much as possible. And I made sure that if my surrounding, they are winning, I make sure we celebrate it. I want all of my brothers to win, all of them. And when I say brothers, it's not only my blood, I'm saying friends, the chosen family. I want everyone to succeed because when we as a group, we all succeed, we're just flying, man.
Yeah.
Like no one can stop us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
So I don't want, as I told you, to be belonging to a group where they're just discussing the weekend or an event or a celebrity that broke up with the wife or whatever. All of this stuff that doesn't relate to me, to be very honest.
It's like living on the weekend basis, right? Living this weekend and then dying the entire week as if the solution was going to be found on the next weekend, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Not only that, I'll tell you what's happening. So what I'm seeing that people are hating their jobs. They're not taking any action about it. They're just staying there. So the way they do with that, they work from Monday to Friday miserably. And then when Friday, the weekend comes, they just want to drink it out. So they forgot what went through all of the week and waiting for Monday to restart again. So it's like you're working for 5 days to drink for 2 days so you can forget the previous 5 days and to get yourself prepared for the coming 5 days. It's tough. It's sad. It's tough. You know what I mean? And I'm in a position where I can say this. Why? Because I was in a very sad life, very depressed life. Usually people that they used to live my life back in the days, either they will end up in jail or dead or doing something bad that they will never forgive themselves about it. Yeah. So I was lucky not to go through that route, okay? Yeah. But I made sure that I changed my life. Of course, with the help of the Almighty God guiding me all of the way, but it's me who took the decision, who took action, who changed it, and it just showed everyone that everything is possible. It doesn't matter where you come from, what's your skin color, what's your religion, what's whatever. As long as you have the mindset and you put down the work, you will make it. Period.
100%. Yeah. One thing that I wanted to ask, because it's very interesting, you kind of mentioned this a little bit before. Like now, after 10 years that you're in Dubai, building your empire, let's say, building your companies, building your social circle, now it's kind of, as you said, it's kind of easier to kind of say all of this, right? But back then, when you were not doing anything, to change the situation, or when you didn't actually reach something that you are proud of, let's say, it's kind of very hard to move, right? So for someone that is a little bit, let's say, lost in their job, or maybe they don't know what to do, but they want to change, they want, like, let's say, to Anthony 10 years ago or 15 years ago, what do you think that they need to know, or what do they need to listen to make this trigger, you know what I mean, the change? Or you think it's just like go and do it?
No. It's a huge topic, and
Yeah.
I'm sure if you want to break it down, we need 5-6 hours to
At
speak
least.
about it. But let me try to summarize it for you. What do they need to do? First of all, they need to explore. They need to know what they are good at. Okay? Like if I bring a child right now and I give him a football, basketball, and I don't know, golf, and tell him pick one, he doesn't know. He's gonna look at what looks good for him and what's appealing. But then when he tries it, either he will feel this is super fun, I love it, I wanna do it tomorrow, or he says, I'll look for something else. So first step to do, explore. Know what you like, what you will enjoy, what will give you that rush. You know what I mean? Once you find that category, you put down your plan that I want to change my career to that one, whatever it is. If it's in sales and whatever it is, doesn't matter. So you start working for a purpose. You start loving your work, the existing work more, because you know this is only a purpose for me to get out of it and to jump to this. I need to make this much money so I can start in this one. When you finish your 9 to 6, rather than spending the time with people that will not do any added value to your life, you can spend 3-4 hours researching, practicing, and doing whatever you need to do in order for you to jump to that passion that you just found, and you take it from there. Now, if you find your category where you want to be, you can look online. There is so many mentors. There is so many real people online. Okay, there's so many scammers. There's so many 19 years old telling you, I want to teach you how to be a millionaire. They don't even have a beard, you know what I mean? I get it, but still there is so many people that they can follow. There is so many books. I don't know why people kind of drifted from reading in the last 3-4 years. But to be very honest with you, like nothing fills the soul, nothing inspires, and nothing will trigger your subconscious like reading. Subconscious is just like all of the stuff that you're taking, that content are being stored over there, and they start giving you the ideas. An idea can be transformed into business. An idea is just like a little baby that wants to grow, so you need to get yourself ideas to grow yourself.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting because what I can feel is that in the end of the day, let's say the path for someone that want to, let's say, be a successful entrepreneur, it's simple. Go back to the basics. Read some books. Spend some time in the gym. Spend some time with people that are actually going to lift you. So if you see, it's kind of simple. But the application on a consistent way, on a daily basis, then is where the challenge comes.
Not
right?
only that, also what you need to do on a daily basis, when you do it, when you are in a great mood, it's not counted. It's like when you are waking up and feeling terrible and you still have to do all of these tasks, this is what makes you a different person. So for example, 90% of my daily task, I hate it. it makes me sick. Like, for example, going to gym every morning. Who does? Do you think I wake up and it's like, yay, I'm going to gym? I hate it. But trust me, after just spending 45 minutes to that 1 hour, and when I finish, I feel so good. It's like I finished my first daily task, and I'm pumped up and I'm so energetic. By the time I'm gonna reach my office or wherever I'm going, which is, let's say, 10 a.m., I feel like it's 3 p.m. while others, they are still in bed, dragging themselves, to go to work. They still need to drink 4 or 5 coffees and talk with their friends. So that's what I'm telling you. Daily tasks are extremely annoying, but we do it not because like we fancy it. We do it because it's a must. If I don't train in the morning, once I'm gonna have lunch by 2 3 p.m., I'm gonna feel I'm out of energy, I'm drained, I don't wanna talk to anyone, I don't wanna meet with anyone, I don't wanna send that email, I will postpone that WhatsApp, I will postpone that pitch. You know what I mean? So this is stuff that you do it on a daily basis, and most of the time was everything happening and the pressure that everyone is going through. People don't know that you are on the verge of having that nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
So you still need to balance it. You still need to stay away from your phone. Even our phone is our office nowadays, or our source of money. It's just like, let's say by 8 p.m. maximum, my phone is on silent, it's on charger, and I throw it away. I don't look at it until the next day. 2 days ago, when they sent that emergency calling at 6 a.m. and everyone tripped waking, I was sleeping because my phone was downstairs and I was leaving after. I don't even bring my phone with me to the room. I don't have that bad habit that once I'm gonna wake up, I will look at it, and I started consuming for 45 minutes to 1 hour at bed. I don't do that. My phone always stays downstairs. I go down, I have my coffee, I rush to the gym, then I come back home, shower, get dressed, and I go to work. On the way to work, I chill on the phone. I see what's happening. I look at the news. I prepare myself for the day. You know what I mean? So yeah, having habits, it's extremely important for someone to make it. You have to have a great mind, great body. And when I say great, I don't mean for you to become a bodybuilder, but just be fit, be healthy, breathe properly. You don't want to have that fat on all of your chest, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just want to be healthy in order for you to keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. So in that day of the emergency, if it was a real emergency, it would be done now.
If that's destiny, like what to do? Like who are we to say no? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Whatever happens, happens. To be very
That's it.
honest.
One thing that I wanted to dive now is because, so you came to Dubai and you were working for many years by yourself, right? Like trying to figure out things.
I wasn't working. I was trying to figure
Trying to
out
work. Yeah.
stuff, and they used to pay off, and I kind of lose interest in it. I have something this in me. I get bored very quickly.
Very quickly. You
Yeah.
need new things,
Yeah, I need new challenges.
new challenges. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I wanted to kind of dive now is because now, what is your role, let's say, in the company, in Prime Stay? Because
Prime Stay, I'm the founder of
Yeah.
it. I'm the CEO of it. So listen, let me break it down to you. So there's Provident Estate, which
Yeah.
is the mother company, which I became a partner in it, say 6 months back. Okay, and we have under it a lot of
other
companies,
Yeah.
which they are mainly real estate services.
Yeah.
So I manage Prime Stay, I manage Prime Cleaning, which is a housekeeping company for residential, and we
Yeah.
do commercial cleaning like malls, like
Big
buildings
ones.
from contractors,
Yeah.
whatever. We have all of the services. Then I have Prime Interiors, it's an interior design. We do it for the flats, for the villas. We have Prime Furnishing. I have another Anthony Joseph consultancy where
Yeah.
I consult with developers or with businessmen who are coming. They want to buy plots, they want to do
Yeah.
projects. I do the full studies for them. And what else?
So we have all of these companies that they kind of help each other.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So-
We still have way more. We have
Yeah.
811, we have property management. We have so many
So
companies.
Yeah.
Anything related to real estate
Is there.
services is there. It's like a
AJ.
one-stop shop.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Yeah.
But one thing that I wanted to ask is, when we see all of these companies around, right? I would imagine that the culture that you need to build in all of these companies is something very important.
Of
Right?
course.
To make sure that everyone in the team kind of understand what is their role
Yeah,
there,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So I just wanted to ask you, like, what do you think is the role of the leader in this case, in your experience, to ensure that all of these companies are aligned, that all of these companies are actually,
It's everything, man. Even if, like, let's say, if I don't come one day in the office, it's different vibe.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Just like, I think it's like because everyone will look at the leader and they get inspired. And most of my employees are inspired, and most of them they tell me, I want to be like you. And I always tell them, no, be better than
better
me.
than me.
Why you want to be like me? Be better than me. I learned something down the way that anything you make as a leader has an impact on your employees. For example, so my office is just like open, everyone sees me. Sometimes when I'm doing research or sending email, I have a serious face. Doesn't mean I'm angry or anything. But for them, when they see me like that, they were like, something is wrong with Anthony. And it kind of, I feel the vibe changes. Then I go out from the office, I look at them, I'm like, what are you looking at? Just make your calls. And they were like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm great. Why? They were like, maybe you're angry. I'm like, there is nothing angry.
Just write an
Your
email.
questions are making me angry. Keep working. And then I go out. Then later on, I'm like, even if I am upset, I cannot show my feelings in the office because it might affect the workflow.
Yeah.
So yeah, being a leader is a very hard part.
Yeah.
Everyone will come to you. Everyone wants to talk to you about their own personal issues they have in their life. Everyone wants an advice. It's just like, yeah, the more you grow, the more you scale it, the harder it becomes to be
Yeah.
very, like, yeah, money is like the end result, but what is coming with the money? Is it a flow? It's like a river flowing, or is just like chaotic? It is
Yeah.
chaotic.
It is.
It is. It is.
One thing that I talk with all my partners, that the Brazilian flag, I don't know if you got a chance to see, but
Of course.
we
It's
call
green and they,
yeah, but there is
yeah.
a written part there. It's called order and progress, and that's something that we completely disagree with because we can never have order and then progress. We need to have a very chaotic place, a place that a lot of challenge going on, so then we can kind of understand why, assess, plan. We create a little bit of order and then we make some progress. But right down the way, another challenge will come, another chaos will come. And then again, we go try to create some order, to create some progress, and then we kind of go on this loop, right? Do you think that this is something that you experience in the company, at least since the creation until now? Like, let's say they're doing these chaotic moments.
Listen, nothing was easy. I still remember that in March 17, 2020, when we got the announcement for everyone to go home and they shut the airport, my phone was ringing as if I'm in, I don't know, like,
President.
yeah, it's just like picking up, landlords talking to me, Anthony, what we gonna do? Now the airport is closed, there's no tourists coming to Dubai, I don't wanna keep my unit empty, rented just for long term. And I'm like, of course. Even though if I wanted to, like by law on the contract, you have signed a contract for 1 year, regardless of what happened, this unit is mine. But I was always transparent from day one. I told people, whenever you want to cancel, cancel. You want to take it back, you want to do whatever you want. I don't need your property. I'm just providing you a service. So yeah, all of this happened until I was left with 11 units. Imagine, 11 units.
And how many were before?
I don't know, maybe 40, 50, but doesn't matter because it was just starting and now you're left with 11, which is nothing. So I started building back the company in end of May, of course, with the help of the director and a few team members. And today we have 850 units in less than 4 years, to put it this way. So yeah, this speaks a lot about how you receive the issue and what you want to do about it. Like, the issue will happen regardless to whoever you are. It happens to billionaires, centimillionaires, millionaires, thousandaires, or nothing.
Yeah.
It happens to everyone. It's the way how to see the problem coming and you were like, okay, now we have this issue. How we want to get out of it. So some people will do an immediate reaction when their emotions will take over. Why me? Flip the tables, do this and that, and do some stupid acts will lead to failure. And some people will say, okay, I need time to breathe. They will breathe. They will like, okay, I have these issues. I have option A, I have option B. Option A, which is the easiest, I can shut down the company, encounter some losses, and I'm fine. Option B will like, okay, it's gonna be rough. I need this much money for the next year so I can stand up on my feet. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. If I do this, this doesn't happen, I'll go to option B, option C, option D. So once you put down a plan and you zoom out, your problems will become this tiny. It's nothing. But if you are in the moment and just like, oh, life is over and everything is falling apart, yeah, you're gonna lose eventually. So it's all about you, your mindset. What are you made of? Are you a fighter? You just want to surround it. It's all about you as a person, what to do.
Yeah, 100%,
Yeah.
100%. And how do I just wanted to dive. So now, in all of these companies that you are leading, uh, let's say you have a lot of the agents that will be making the calls, right? In the companies to find the buyers, the sellers.
Not really, no. We don't have, listen, I've always hated the cold calling model.
Why?
I hated it because it's annoying. It's just like, imagine every day you're getting between 60 to 80 calls from random people that you've never saw, and they're all saying the same sentence. Hey, Gabriel, I'm calling you to inquire or to find out about your unit in, I don't know, XYZ. Is it available for sale or for rent? And you were like,
What do you mean?
hang up. And you're doing this over years. It's annoying. Sometimes I'm calling Gabriel, and God forbid, Gabriel has health issue. He's sick. He doesn't want to be cold called, or he has a family member that are sick, or he has a financial issue at work that he cannot even pay his, God forbid, of course. I'm just giving example. You know what I mean? So it's like when you're calling this person, you don't know even if he's in the right mindset to listen to you, to talk to you. Who are you, first of all? When you're calling someone to ask him about a property that he has paid for $1 million, $2 million, $5 million, $10 million, hey, is it available for rent or for sale? Who the hell are you, man, to even inquire about? Present yourself. You know, right? There's so many ways you can present. Instead of doing that annoying call, send him a video. Record yourself. First of all, let him see you. Because when you see someone, you get at least a kind of attachment that even if you're not interested, this person will reply by saying, thank you, I'm not looking at the moment, appreciate it. But once you are a sound, of course they're gonna keep hanging. You're just a dinosaur, you're annoying, you're harassing people. So in our practices, we don't do cold calling. Tell you what we do. We do so many other ways. First of all, we invest heavily in social media. You know what I mean? Where people are listing their properties by post, they're doing it by video. And they're doing it on all of the portals, and we do the Matterport, the 3D as well. So let's say you're a landlord. Let's say you own a townhouse in the Springs, and then you open the portal, and then you see the agent X that has 15 units over there. They are all very well priced. They are all very well listed, where the listing is almost 95% of success. Nice pictures, beautiful description. This person looks professional. They will call you, tell you, hey, Gabriel, listen, I do have this unit over there. So Gabriel will be like, oh yeah, I know this type of unit. It comes 2,000 square feet, this layout, your land is this much. Yeah, these units are selling for this price and renting for this price. What do you want to do about it? Then you will be happy that I'm talking to a specialist. You know what I mean? So this is one of the methods, and we have so many other methods to get listings. When it comes to buyers, man, we drop over 2 million a month on marketing. So yeah, we have a very good budget for this.
But it's kind of because I mean, I would imagine that, because to be honest, like, I'm gonna be very honest, I don't know almost anything about the real estate market. I don't know a lot about this here in Dubai. But I would imagine, at least from what I see, let's say on social media, that a lot of people, they just do the same thing. I don't know if
But
I
it's
have
not
this.
from them. It's their sales directors,
Yeah.
sales
Okay.
managers. Okay, let me break it down to you. The money which is made in real estate, if you bring the mafias, the kidnappers, the I don't know what, combine them together, the real estate pays off more if you know how to do it. There's crazy figures in the city. I swear to God, like I know people that are doing over $5 million a year.
Yeah.
And I know people that they are struggling to make $10,000 a year. You know what I mean? So the amount, the commissions, they are ridiculous. But why? Because all of the beating that you have to go through to close a deal, at least you should be rewarded like that, or else the industry will die. It's as simple as that. Now, let's say you were working and actually let's go back to history. Let's say the way stuff was. So you remember then when this happened back to COVID, the Emirates Airlines had to lay off a lot of people. Nothing personal with them, but they were like, okay, we have maybe 20,000 crew. We need to trim it to 10 because of that. So they will, I think, these guys, mainly the Europeans, they can stay in Dubai for another 2 months without being fined. So what was real estate companies doing back then? Just telling them, come over. This is the database. Start calling people and offering them stuff. Whoever does a deal within the 60 days, they will give him visa and he can stay. Whoever doesn't, thank you, it's not for you. And keep reshuffling. And this method, it's still until date. Now, when you're bringing someone from no financial background, from there is no real estate experience, they don't know what's square foot, they don't know what's the square meter, they don't know the little what's the facility management, but they don't know anything. And you tell them, okay, listen, it's very easy. See all of these numbers, call them, ask them if they want to buy. And this person start doing the same, just calling. Even if someone tells them, yes, I want to buy, they don't know what to offer them. They have nothing in hand. They're just like, what they call it? Yeah, robots, exactly. And they're just doing all the same. And then you have people that they bring value. So these guys, when an investor meet them, he was like, happy days. Where have you been? I have this. I want all of this to be fixed and managed, which is perfecto. So that's what I'm telling you. Yeah, we have a huge volume of brokers. Unfortunately, most of them, they're not being successful, or they are not doing the figures that they deserve. Yeah. Because if you see how much effort they're putting with the result, it's not matching. And to be very honest, I'm not trying to bash them or talk about anyone, but all what I'm trying to say that since you have the drive to be getting shout on all day, people cursing you, hanging up the phone, if you only learn the right tools, techniques, and methods, and you still have that drive, the same drive all day to be working 12, 15, 16 hours, you will become a millionaire in less than 1 year. However, if you are doing exactly what everyone else is doing and is expecting a different result, you're nuts, you're crazy.
Yeah, 100%.
Keep it like that. Yeah.
It's kind of just like doing whatever it comes without even knowing why you're doing.
But yeah, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I blame their sales director, their sales manager, and also something happened as that lots of people used to be brokers. They saw the boom in Dubai. They made some money. They were like, okay, let's start our real estate companies. Okay, if you are a good or a great salesperson, doesn't mean you can be a good manager. You can be a terrible manager.
Completely different.
To be very honest. So it's like selling is something, but managing people and their emotions is something else. And this is where a lot of people, they make their money. They were like, I will get myself a trade license. It's going to cost me 25,000 dirhams. I do my own sales. I get the money fully myself. And here and there, I'm going to recruit 4 or 5 people. If they bring money, happy days. If not, I'm making wine. And this is where they start to lose that level of professionalism in the city, because not everyone can be an athlete. I cannot be an athlete. You cannot be an athlete. Leave this to them. And same what goes to brokers. There is people that are born to provide services and to uplift the game. When you are coming in that industry with no knowledge, zero practice, and practicing the wrong stuff, you're gonna devaluate yourself and the
in the
industry.
market.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the entire like kind of. I don't know if it would be considered like a paradox, but at the same time that we have these industries that are just growing, like a lot of people bringing attention, we see that sometimes the quality will eventually drop.
Of course.
Because
This is
of the
what we
level
call
of the
them
people.
the glory chasers.
Yeah, that are not there actually
Yeah.
for the business itself, rather only for
Like
the
like
figures,
for
right?
example, how many times I've seen a boom in the forex or in the stock market or stuff like that. I've never said, okay, I want to leave everything I'm doing and I'm gonna go there and become a stockbroker or a forex bro. I'm like, no, it's an industry. It's making great, happy days. Let me focus on the people who are making money from it, because these people will liquidate and they want to put their money in real estate.
Somewhere else.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm like, instead of me of jumping in that industry, destroying myself and the industry, I'll just wait for the winners, and I'm here to help you park your money into proper assets where it's gonna be generating monthly income for you. So that's what I'm saying. Lots of industries are making money. You don't have to jump on anything. Just make sure if you are joining something that first you like it, second it has a room to grow, and third I have the right content material to make it. That's it.
That's it. Simple as that. Let's say.
Correct.
Yeah, it's interesting because we kind of. What I feel that it happens a lot, especially if like the youth and with young people, or even like let's say some young adults, that they're always chasing the next peak of dopamine or the next quick scheme. Right?
Which doesn't exist.
Yeah,
let's
which
put it
doesn't
this
exist.
way: get rich quick doesn't exist. Period. If it happens to you that by luck, I don't know, you had $10,000, you put it in a token like a Pepe or whatever, some, and it shut up, and you sold it, and you made $5 million, you're dead for the rest of your life. Let me tell you why. First of all, you have no value for money. Easy come, easy go. Immediately, what you're gonna do? You're gonna go get yourself a house. You're gonna buy a Lambo, Ferrari, McLaren, whatever that is. You're gonna take all of your friends and you're gonna be having the sickest parties on the planet, popping champagne and stuff. It's not gonna last you for 2 years. You're gonna hit rock bottom again. And how you wanna pull yourself out of it? Working corporate to make €1,000 a month? Impossible. You cannot even focus for 2 minutes straight on something. How are you gonna come do it back? So even this get rich quick, if it happens, it's doomed to be to fail. Look at all of the lottery winners. How many they still have money? You cannot even, you know what? It's not even 1%. You know what I mean? Because it just came so easy, and these guys have no financial background. They don't know how to manage money. They don't know anything. They will lose it. And Gabriel, it's very hard to manage money. Okay, people will tell you, okay, getting rich is hard. Okay, I agree to a certain extent on, it's hard. But it's harder to have the money, to manage it, to maintain it, and to scale it. That's the hardest part and everything to do. And it's so scary when you become a millionaire, especially if you have only 1 million, because if you lost it and you have your midlife crisis, let's say mid-40, mid-50, it's too tough to go back from it. So that's why you have to be very careful also after getting the money. Where shall I invest it? What shall I keep it liquid? Where should I put my money? Who to talk to? How can I leverage on it? Who's the actual scammer? Who's the real person? So because once you have the money, everything comes from it, and everyone has an idea that wants to pitch it to you and wants you to become their partner and wants you to do this. And you need to learn how to manage your emotions. You know what I mean? If I'll give you now my Instagram and see the DMs, I get over 100 a day. Okay? Some of them, they're good. Some of them, they just want to say thank you for the content. Some, they have questions. Each one has something. But if you fail to answer one person, immediately we're like, oh, look at this guy's ego. He thinks he has money. He's not talking to me. I didn't even see your text, man. Because your text was in the, what's it called? In the request. I didn't even see it. So who are you to come to tell me that I'm not even answering you? I try as much as possible answering most of the DMs I get, whether they are useful or not. I even if I don't like it, I just say I'm not interested, thank you. Meeting people as much as every day. I also get a request over 20, 25 people. Hey, I love what you're doing. I want to come see you. I want you to mentor me. I cannot mentor you. First of all, my mentorship is too expensive. You don't have that money right now. I can give you my online course, I can give you my books, I can give you whatever you want in order for you to learn and do it. But no, I cannot meet you because that meeting where you're gonna come for 1 hour, tell me about your life. I had this 10 years ago, and in this 1 hour, I can make 10,000, 20,000. By me wasting that hour, it's not gonna be good for you or for me. People don't understand that. So you need emotionally to be very strong, and mentally you need to control your emotion. That's the secret of the game. If you can control your emotions, you can control the planet. Zero reaction, no anger. You cannot stop yourself from getting angry. But once you are angry, stay alone. Don't talk to anyone until it goes out of your system.
Understand
You know what I
yourself.
mean? Yeah, all of this stuff has to change. In order for you to become a millionaire, you have to be that person that fits to be a millionaire. Like now, if you go back 10 years to when I came in here and see the person I was and the person I am today, it's like I died and I had the new reborn. Okay, before I had anger issues. I used to get angry so fast, doing, I don't know, stupid stuff. I wasn't rational at all. So everything I was doing, it was not calculated.
Yeah.
Now it's different. Whether I'm doing something amazing or maybe I'm having a beef with an enemy, regardless, the two sides, it's extremely calculated to make sure that whatever the outcome is, I'm coming on top.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything needs to be way more intentional.
Everything is different. You start looking at stuff differently. So, for example, back in the days, if someone used to come next to me riding a beautiful car, so automatically what used to come to our mind? He made something wrong. So, for him to take that money, okay, and to buy this car, and it can be anything, but you just say, like, you just want to justify your failure by saying this person either he's lucky or the money was gifted to him or he made something bad to get the money. Now I'm not. Now if I see something which I really like, I sit down myself, okay, what does he know
That
that
I
I
don't.
don't know? What does he do that I don't do? And I start talking to this person and grabbing information as much as possible and putting them in my own character and redoing it again. You know what I mean? So it's just like I say, no, he's lucky. No, he is doing something which is clearly good. So I need to know what he knows, and the rest I will figure it out myself. So that's what I'm telling you. This is a small example of how people, of how high I used to be and now how I am. And now when I see a product in the market, I'm like, okay, a camera, whatever. So I start looking at it and I'm like, okay, so clearly this is a solution for people's problem. So apparently so many people had the problem using these mics doing the podcast or the one with the wire. So the Rode came in and displaced this one. Okay, amazing. What else, and me being a podcaster, what else issues I have that I need to get a solution for? And for example, one of those is like, okay, every 30 minutes I have to reset my cameras because they overheat. How about I create a camera, even though I'm not a technician, I don't know shit about electronics, but I can hire the right people. How about creating this camera that can shoot for 6 hours straight and make it affordable like the others? I'll eat the market. I will easily have 25% market share. So this is why now everything is different for me. Everything that happens, I don't say why me, why all of this. I just look at it and I'm like, okay, someone created this, same human as me. What does he know? I don't know. What's the kind of stuff they are exposed to?
Yeah.
I want to have conversation with this person. Nothing
Yeah.
else.
Yeah. I think what I can, and I want you to correct me if I'm wrong, but what I
Sure.
can kind of understand is that maybe the number one skill or value that an entrepreneur a person that actually wants to change, not just an entrepreneur, but someone that wants to make a positive change in the world, the number one skill that they need to have is humility. They need to be humble, to look at others, understand what they can grab, what they're gonna lift on the side, and to move on. Do you think that this is something that it makes sense?
Of course. Listen, with everything I have done in my life, people say, oh wow, what a beautiful empire. For me, it's nothing. It's just like when someone tells me, oh, you wrote 2 books and your books are Amazon bestseller. Yeah, but 2 books are nothing. I'm looking at Grant Cardone that he has 11 books. I have 2 books. So I still need to write another 10. So I can pass this person and say, okay, I have 12 books now. The fact that I sit with everyone and having that student mentality speaks volume. Most people will tell you, okay, I graduated from university at what age? 24, 25, whatever, and that's it. I don't study anymore. Every day, I'm reading books, reading articles, watching informative videos. Not someone just dancing and doing stupid shit online. The informative videos. When I sit with people, I listen more than I speak. And someone told me, it's like, you're too quiet. I'm like, I have 2 ears, I have 1 mouth, so let me use them properly. But the fact is just like, I'm seeing this person, let's say that they are in their 40s or 50s, they smashed it. So when I'm sitting there, I'm just a sponge, collecting that data, that information, and storing it in here and see how to implement it in my own way. So yeah, being humble is extremely important. And honestly, after experience and after meeting lots of millionaires and billionaires, these guys are all humble. The one that are not humble is someone who just made their $50,000 or $100,000. They feel like, now I own the planet. But the people who have actual cash, they're extremely humble. Like, why not to be humble? Like, what did you do so you feel that you're superior? You're nothing. You're just the same human being. Now, you might have better accommodation, you might have better food, you might have a better transportation. Of course, there's a difference between rolling in a bus or in a Rolls Royce or your own private jet or whatever. So the quality of life is different, but you're still two human beings that are equal. Your money doesn't give you any superiority over anyone. And I tell this I'm looking at the camera, to all of the audience. I hope you guys become multi-billionaires, but never let this shit come to your mind. You're no better than anyone. You are equal to everyone. You are breathing the same oxygen, and eventually one day you're gonna be dying and going in the same place. So just live your life humbly. Try to inspire as much as possible. And if you don't want to inspire, don't inspire. But just make sure when you have an interaction with someone, don't let them or don't leave them feeling bad. Try to put a smile on their faces. That's it. That's all what's wanted.
Yeah. It's something that we miss so much these days. People seem to kind of forget this basic yet the most important thing, right? To kind of be able to move on in life. Because I don't know if it's because of social media. I don't know if it's because of the way people are, or maybe they still didn't had that moment to understand that this is how the real game is, right? But in the end of the day, we see that
practice.
Yeah.
It comes to you as practice. You cannot
Experience.
be taught this stuff. And also, I want to go back to that topic and speak about some people. Some people, they are humble.
Yeah.
But the problem is like with the public. So, for example, the public will not understand it, and this guy will not know how to translate it or how to explain to her. But because I just have in between, so it's just like, let's say on a Saturday, you feel like you just want to live like a very normal human being, forgetting your money, forgetting your fame, forgetting everything. You just want to wear, I don't know, sweatpants, t-shirt, Jordans, whatever, and just go to the mall, just chill, have nice food, and buy stuff. So when someone will come to you immediately, let's say by 10 a.m. and say, hey man, can I have a picture? You will say yes, of course. 10, 10:05, 10:15, 10:20, 10:30, and people started noticing you, and more will come to take picture with you. That eventually, after 30 pictures, you will like that, leave me alone, man. I just came. I want to start by having a breakfast. Then I want to see all of the shops. And maybe in the afternoon, I want to watch a movie. I'm coming to spend the day in the mall. You know what I mean? So you can give 3, 4, 5 pictures, but eventually you will lose your mind. So when the 30th person will come, say, Gabriel, I want a picture, you will like, oh, I'm sorry, man. No. You're like, oh, look at this guy's ego. He's a piece of shit. He doesn't know that 29 people before him
He was
just
not
like
late.
picked. Exactly. So that's what I'm telling you. People misjudge,
Yeah.
to be very honest. And also, like, once I had an experience with an very famous artist, very famous, and this era, and it didn't happen. We didn't take the picture. We didn't have the conversation, and I left. And on the way on the road, I was saying, man, like, it was so weird for this guy not to do the proper engagement that he was supposed to do. Then I thought about it. I'm like, it's 10:30 p.m. He's sitting with his friends. They want to have dinner. They don't want to be interrupted. Don't want to hear someone telling them, "Oh, you're amazing," because when you hear you're amazing after 100 times, it gets boring and it loses its meaning. So yeah, maybe I shouldn't have spoken to him. Actually, why would I say he's an asshole? I am the asshole that came and interrupted his dinner.
Yeah.
But you know how mature you have to be in order for you to understand it? Because for regular people, the same excitement and love they have for you, it can turn to hate in seconds. Like, if I wasn't that mature and that person like put me off, I will say he's an asshole, and I will tell everyone that he's an asshole, and I will hate him for the rest of my life. But 5 minutes earlier, I used to be maybe his number one fan.
Yeah.
So you need to understand the reaction of people. It reminds me a lot of cold calling.
Yeah.
Like, imagine this person is having dinner with their friends and someone cold call him, telling him, you want to buy a cell. Of course he's gonna hang up. Of course he's gonna curse you. It's like
You
minimum to
already
do this.
lost. Even
Yeah.
before picking the phone to call.
Yeah.
You lose
So
already.
that's what I'm telling you. Like, life is very weird, man. And the
Yeah.
more you learn, the more you do stuff, you start understanding it. You start justifying for people their action, and you start doing the best you can. And you will know that whatever you will do, you cannot make everyone happy.
Yeah.
So make the ones that matters happy.
Yeah.
Do your best. Be as good as possible. Don't know about people, but if you do believe in God, you really must pray.
Yeah.
You have to fear a higher authority.
Yeah.
And most importantly, lift people as much as possible. You don't have to give them money. You can say something nice to them. You can do a nice act, whatever that is. Just try to lift as many as possible.
Yeah. Not even Jesus were able to make everyone happy, right?
Of
How
course.
any of us
Yeah,
would do
that's what I
anything.
tell people.
Yeah.
If Jesus didn't make me, who am I? I'm
Well,
nothing.
yeah.
I'm not no one.
One thing that I wanted to kind of bring it back, you were talking about, let's say, the books, right? You wrote 2 books.
Yeah.
And you look at these guys with 11 books, and then you kind of, okay, for me, it's just left, let's say, 10.
Yeah.
Then I can finally arrive on the place I want on this regard. One topic that I just wanted to ask your opinion on it is that at the same time, this is a way for you to kind of have a direction, if I'm not wrong, right? To kind of say, okay, this guy could do it, I can also do it.
Of course.
But at the same time, do you think that this kind of can bring an element of comparing yourself always to some... What I'm trying to ask is, some people, they are never satisfied. They're always looking for, let's say, 10,000, then 100,000, then 1 million, then 10 million, then...
That's human nature.
Yeah.
That's human nature. You cannot fight it. Okay? Some people will tell you he's greedy. Some people will tell you he's ambitious. So it's just like how you see it. Okay? You will never stop. But you don't have to be driven by figures. You have to be driven by wins. Whether it's a small win, medium win, or a big win. Okay? Because if you're driven by money, I promise you, you're looking for 10,000, it goes 100,000, it goes to 1 million. Once you have the 1 million, you want the 10. Once you have the 10, you want to have the 100. Once you have the 100, you want to be a billionaire. And once you become a billionaire, you will like, oh, I'm a poor billionaire. I should have now 10 billion, 50 billion, 100. Look at Elon Musk. Look at this. They have 200 billion. So the game of numbers, it will never stop. However, the game of the wins and giving you that fulfillment is different. You can win by, I don't know, going seeing your mom and your mom telling you, I'm extremely proud of you. You turned out to be the best son that anyone can have. This, for you, will be more important than having that 100 million or 10 million. And some people will say, no, I don't want my mom to say anything for me. Give me the millions. So what I'm trying to tell you, that your success in life, it will be measured by the level of the wins that you have done. It will also be measured of what did you leave behind you, what's your legacy. Like after you pass, people will say Gabriel was an amazing person, he helped a lot, he did this and that. Or they will say, oh, he was an asshole, he scammed this person, he did that. So what you leave behind you is also more important than what you accumulate in this life. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Money is extremely important. Whoever tells you money doesn't bring happiness, he's just justifying their own failure. Money is super important, but once you accumulate the money, you will start following your emotions way more than not having the money. You will start noticing that, yeah, sitting down with a friend in a very affordable coffee shop, let's say for $1 or for $2, and just having that genuine communication is giving you happiness and fulfillment way more than when you get the check of $100,000. Yeah. But first you need to achieve this stage of your life where you are set financially, and after it you start pursuing your actual purpose of life, which you will be very lucky if you can find out before dying what's your purpose of life. It will be extremely lucky to find it.
So you would say that you didn't find our purpose yet?
Not really. What I know that you can put me in any industry and give me the actual content to learn, and you give me 90 days, I will come back and I will smash it. Why? Because I have an amazing mindset, I love challenges, and I can outwork everyone. By the time they're partying or they're sleeping or whatever, I'm gonna be learning, I'm gonna be on my laptop, my eyes popping out, This is what I can do. But today, what's my purpose in life? I still don't know it. I think it's even too soon to even dictate it, because and so let's say my life goes into 4 parts, which is from 0 to 10, okay? Then 10 to 20, which was, let's say, a playing time, and it kept playing even after 20. 20 to 30, which also was like kind of, I don't want to say waste of time, but I want to say a lot of experiences that I don't want to go back to. Yeah. And 30 to 40, which is like building that foundation, building that empire. So maybe I will find my purpose, which is in the stage between 40 to 50, maybe 50 to 60, I don't know. Never know. But all what I know that I have a mindset today, which is like, you can do whatever you want to me, you cannot affect me. As long as I have this mindset, I will come back stronger than before.
And this is the most important thing.
Yeah, the knowledge I accumulated, of course.
Yeah. One thing that I just wanted, it's whenever like I see, like, let's say your social medias and the people that you are hanging out, let's say, or talking and
very few people I hang out with, very few.
But what I was gonna say, what I want to ask now is because you have a lot of, let's say, experts around you, right? A lot of people that have some knowledge, let's say, about Dubai or about a lot of other topics, and you arrived here, let's say, in Dubai 10 years ago, right? And in this country, things are really fast, and change a lot, right? What are your, let's say, expectations for Dubai in this economic side or on the real estate side for, let's say, this next 5 to 10 years?
I cannot jump to 5 years. I can tell you what's in front of me.
Yeah.
So we are in 2024. Until mid-2026, you're gonna keep seeing the same happening. prices are going up. They're not gonna shoot like crazy, another 40-50%, but they will do like this steady, healthy rise by increasing 15 to 20%, okay, on last year. Why I say so? Because we have lots of people moving to the city. Last year we had 100,000. This year they're expecting 200,000. They're coming. These developers are handing over between 25,000 to 30,000 units a year, which is not matching up with the demand. So the supply is way low in Dubai, and this is why we're gonna be seeing all of these prices rising. Now, why I'm talking about the year 2026? Because everything or most of the stuff that was launched in 2022, 2023 will be handing over in 2026, and we are expecting anywhere between 85,000 to 95,000 units being dropped in the market. So in the year of 2026, if we're still having this much people coming in the city, and we have no issues at all because the market will absorb those units. If the market doesn't absorb those units and they stay on the market, then we're gonna start seeing landlords competing, dropping the prices, then the price will go down. Okay, and when I say go down, it's not gonna crash, it will do a kind of correction. And then if God forbid, but if this happens, the developers, they need to take a break until the market stabilizes back again and they can start rebuild. Yeah, so this is what I can tell you. I cannot tell you about the next 5 years. No one knows, man. Who predicted COVID?
Yeah, no
You know,
one.
like even in the days that we're living now, like look, like there's wars everywhere, stuff are happening, like anything can happen any day
Anytime.
that can crash the world even. So I don't want to be talking like I'm a fortune teller or I see the future. I can tell you only about this period. I'm very confident that it's going to be very fruitful to Dubai.
Anthony, amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank
your
you for
time.
having
Thank
me.
you very much for coming. I really appreciate it.
Thanks
you. Really, I think we're done. Thank you. How was
My
it?
pleasure. Nice.
Good.